Namaskar and welcome. Ayat Sikka. In the next few minutes, you'll be getting the top news of the last 24 hours. Notorious drug peddler Abul Hussain was shot by Assam police at midnight on May 6. The drug peddler attacked police personnel and tried to escape in the Nagaon district of the state. Police fired on his leg to prevent the escape. As per the report, a police team led by Nagaon Additional SP Rupijot Kalita conducted an operation at the house of one Abul Hussain in the Deng area and recovered and seized 9 soap boxes containing heroin from his possession. The Punjab and Haryana High Court has directed the Bhagwant Mann-led Punjab government to provide Rs 5 lakh compensation to the soldier's widow Balwant Kaur for the indolence and lethargy for not providing any revenue rasta for the land allotted to her in honor of her martyred husband's gallantry. The widow was allotted 10 acres of land on August 8, 1997 at Khera Bet village in Ludhiana district in honor of her martyred husband. On the movie The Kerala Story, BJP National President JP Nadda said that there is a new type of terrorism which is without ammunition, adding that the film exposes poisonous terrorism. While talking to reporters, JP Nadda said that there is a new type of terrorism which is without ammunition. Kerala Story exposes that poisonous terrorism. This kind of terrorism isn't related to any state or religion. A 24-year-old man named Abhishek Sargara was reportedly assaulted in Jodhpur, Rajasthan for sharing the status related to the movie The Kerala Story on WhatsApp. The accused also threatened to slit Abhishek's throat. The victim is associated with Bajrang Dal and Vishwa Hindu Parishad. While posting a status on his WhatsApp regarding the film, he praised the movie while writing why every girl should watch to remain safe from conversion. The Indian Youth Congress President Srinivas Bibi has moved to Supreme Court seeking relief in a case concerning the sexual harassment complaint filed by former Assam Youth Congress President Ankita Datta. On May 4, the Guwahati High Court refused to squash the FIR against Srinivas in a case concerning the harassment complaint filed by Ankita Datta, citing to prevent abuse of process of law and to secure the ends of justice. The Supreme Court of India issued a notice to Nitish Kumar-led Bihar government on May 8 in a plea challenging to premature release of dreaded gangster and former Bihar MP Anand Mohan in a case concerning the mob lynching of the Gopalganj District Magistrate G. Krishnaiah in 1994. It is pertinent to note that the Supreme Court sentenced Anand Mohan to life imprisonment for the mob lynching of the Gopalganj District Magistrate in 2012. However, he was released on April 24 this year after serving only 14 years in prison as Bihar government remitted his sentence. In a recent case from Uttar Pradesh, Rampur, a Muslim man killed his wife after stabbing her multiple times with a screwdriver. He raised her because the woman allegedly refused to offer namaz on time. The accused has been identified as Mohammad Shehbaz, a resident of the Bagicha Amna area of Rampur, whereas the victim Shahana Bano is a resident of the Kashiram Colony Civil Lines area. Olympic bronze medalist Bajrang Punia, who is protesting against the Wrestling Federation of India chief and BJP MP Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, shared a story on his Instagram account in support of Hindu outfit Bajrang Dal. The Instagram post was later deleted by him. Uttar Pradesh Anti-Terror Squad arrested former Samajwadi Party Minister Abdul Khalik Ansari from Meerut on Sunday for alleged connection with the banned terror outfit Popular Front of India. According to the police, Abdul Khalik Ansari lived in Bulandshahr for the past 20 years. He had come to Meerut for his wife's treatment. As soon as the ATS was informed about it, they captured him from the post. A second explosion rocked Amritsar Heritage Street near the Golden Temple on Monday morning. This is the second crude bomb blast in the vicinity of the Golden Temple in nearly 24 hours. The explosion took place after an unidentified person hung the explosive substance, a bomb with a thread, from the Heritage Street parking lot. A person was injured during the blast on May 6. A woman was apprehended by Kerala police on charges of selling her newborn to a couple in the capital of Thiruvananthapuram for Rs 3 lakh. On April 21, the Thampur police was informed by the District Child Welfare Committee about the perpetrated sale, bringing the incident to their attention. 7 Maoists, including 3 minors, have been held so far for their involvement in the IED blast that claimed the lives of 10 policemen and a civilian driver in the Dantewada district of Chhattisgarh on April 26. The incident took place when the team of the State Police District Reserve Guard was returning after an anti-Naxalite operation. 2 men who have alleged links with the Popular Front of India were arrested by the Uttar Pradesh ATS in Varanasi. The arrest came following a statewide operation conducted against the people owing allegiance to the banned outfit. Shaista Praveen, the wife of slain gangster turned politician Atiq Ahmed, has been declared mafia by the Uttar Pradesh police. The police reportedly mentioned Praveen as a mafia criminal in their FIR. As per the reports, the FIR was filed on May 2 at the Dhumaganj police station in Prayagraj by SHO Rajesh Kumar Maurya after police raided the house of Shaista Praveen close aide Darfullah son Ali Zafar, where Shaista had stayed. Members of Farmer Union break police barricade to join the restless protest in Delhi after Rakesh Tikait and others pledged their support to the restless. The development comes days after the Samyukta Kisan Morcha declared its support for the restless protest, which followed an alleged late-night mid scuffle at Jantar Mantar. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval met his US and Emirati counterpart and Saudi Arabia Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman in Saudi Arabia to advance their shared vision of a more secure and prosperous Middle East region interconnected with India and the world. Doval and his US counterpart Jake later participated in bilateral talks where they discussed bilateral and regional matters. The duo will again meet on the margins of Quad Summit in Australia, scheduled to be held later this month. 5 people were injured after Russia launched strikes on Kyiv and other parts of Ukraine while a foodstuff warehouse was set ablaze in the Black Sea city of Odessa during the attack, Ukrainian officials said early morning on May 8. The attack came as Russia is set to hold its Victory Day parade that marks the anniversary of its defeat of Nazi Germany. Former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan slammed Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari for visiting India to attend a conclave of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization this week. At a rally in Lahore on May 7, Imran Khan asked what benefit was gained from Bhutto's trip to India. Pakistan was humiliated. A Muslim cleric was lynched by a mob after he allegedly made blasphemous remarks during a rally of Imran Khan's Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf party in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province. The incident took place when the deceased Maulana Nigar was addressing the PTI rally. As he was winding up his speech, he allegedly made blasphemous remarks in which he angered the audience present at the rally. More number of people increased within no time and they lynched Nigar, killing him on the spot. Sameer Kaushal, a radio host based out of Canada, demanded the Trudeau government to take action against the Khalistani elements that pose a threat to the law and order of the country. The demand was made during a webinar that discussed the Bloom report. Sameer Kaushal added that Khalistani are using region to radicalize innocent citizens worldwide, creating a false narrative of the Indian government neglect of Sikh rights. We will be back with news at 9 tomorrow. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, and do not forget to like and share the video and subscribe to our channel.